Sometimes there's not enough sage in the world. What's going on, my wellness warriors? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lynette. I'm a holistic nutritionist and I make lifestyle content for any and all people on their conscious journey. When I'm talking about lifestyle content, I'm talking about health, nutrition, spirituality, fitness, mental health, self-esteem, all that good stuff that we all need to become our best self. Okay? So today, a very common question that I receive through my social medias, in person, how to protect my energy, or how to protect your energy. So this is something I'm very big on, very in tune with. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna make a video on it. That way it gets out there and it's easier for people to refer back to. This is a good save, right? So I have 7 ways that you can protect your energy. Why do you want to protect your energy? You want to protect your energy because your energy is sacred, to say the least. You know, we all have life force energy. We all have spiritual. It's all together. We have an aura. Everybody does. Every living thing does. And you want to protect that. You want to keep yourself nice and cozy and safe. So there's ways you can do that along with raising your vibration. There's ways you can protect your energy from being drained from energy vampires. Energy vampires are people like narcissists, people who like to play victim, people really ran by their ego, people who like to gaslight, which is narcissism, things like that. Those people drain your energy and you want to have a nice shell around yourself, like a beautiful amount of protection around yourself. Some people do it unconsciously. They aren't sure. They are carrying burdens and traumas and old energy on themselves that does bounce off onto other people. Now, you should still protect yourself, but realize life has balance. So if you want to keep your energy and protect yourself, keep watching. So tip number 1, way number 1. Focus on the heart chakra and love energy. When you focus on your love energy, your heart chakra, you're focusing on a very high vibration. When you focus on a high vibration, when you're up here, a lot of the lower things really can't bother you. Low vibrational things stay where they are. You don't want to bring yourself down there. You want to stay high up here in love vibration. Look at things through love as much as you can, and compassion, things like that. You want to glow with love, basically. You want to just have that radiation of love energy. You want to see the good in as many things as you can. You want to try to turn situations into a better situation. You want to leave people better than what you left them. In turn, this raises your vibration completely. Like, this is one of the biggest ways to raise your vibration. As you focus on your heart chakra, you're focusing on healing and protecting yourself and giving love out to other people. Tip number 2, way number 2, I don't know, I'm just gonna call them tips, is to breathe very deeply and to focus a very bright white light around you. Generally, you want to envision yourself in a bright light, like you want to see yourself in like a little ball, a globe, whatever you like to call it. You'd want to envision that around you completely. to the toes. You want to envision it around you. Now, when you breathe deep, you're filling yourself with patience, more positive energy, and less reactivity. You're filling your whole torso with calming energy. And a lot of times when you're very reactive, when you're very impatient, those things kind of open you up to be messed with. Do you know what I mean? Now, when you focus a bright white light around you, that allows a shield around you. In any situation that you possibly feel like your energy is going to be drained, you go to a big place, lots of people, around certain people you work with, family members, people you live with, anything. You want to envision that bright white light around you at all times, and you want to breathe deep. Those two things have to go together. They raise your vibration as well. And, you know, raising your vibration is, like I said, a way to protect yourself. A very, very good one that possibly a lot of people don't believe in, but tip number 3 is crystals, minerals. A lot of people don't believe in it. If you don't believe in it, that's totally fine. If you do believe in it and you don't know about this yet, very important. Now, I wear crystals. Clearly, you know, I wear a lot of protection. I am an empath. I'm an intuitive empath, and I'm a witch. So, not by fad, honestly. You know, these things have been in my life for a very long time, since I was a child. But crystals, I do make jewelry, and I have my most favorite piece, which is a smoky quartz. This is my baby. And in my bracelet, I have black lava stone, hematite, evil eye, clear quartz, and labradorite and smoky quartz as well. Very protecting. These I usually don't leave the house without. Like I said, I'm a highly intuitive empath, so I get drained very easily if I'm not careful with protecting myself. Now, I can show you a few crystals because I have a bunch. This is not all I have. This is just what I put here for the video. Now, crystals give off a frequency to also raise your vibration, to protect you, to ground you. So many things. Crystals do a lot of things. If you have any questions, I'm totally open to talking about crystals because I love it. That's my business, you know. Shameless plug. But I do have a few, namely smoky quartz, amethyst. Black lava stone is definitely one. It's really grounding. Hematite is another one to protect you from negative energy. You have smoky quartz, tourmalated quartz. You have black obsidian. You have labradorite, selenite. You have generally those ones that are really good for grounding and protection. So I'll show you a couple. These are amethyst. These are just raw pieces of amethyst that I have. Hopefully it's not too on my face, blurry. Super pretty. This is what the raw pieces look like. In case you want to know what they really look like. But amethyst is really good for obviously your intuition, but also very grounding and protecting as well. I won't go too deep into the crystals because, yeah. We have smoky quartz. These ones, along with my necklace, come in different colors. There's clear ones, there's more smoky brown ones, there's dark brown ones, like this one on the top. They are very grounding and protecting. Very, very grounding and protecting. This is probably one of my most favorite protecting crystals I have. And they give off energy to keep you calm, to transmute negativity, and to just kind of bring you to peace. Honestly, they do a lot for people with anger. Like, I used to have anger problems, and not saying this healed it, because obviously the liver comes into a big play with that, but these are very good. These are probably one of my best sellers in a sense. Labradorite, hopefully you can see the flash a little bit. Kinda. Oh, there you go. You see that? What? So pretty. But yeah, Labradorite is also protecting. It's also really good for your intuition and keeping you inside of yourself instead of externalizing your power. It keeps you inside of yourself in your own power. This is a very good stone to have with you. Black obsidian, I have these to wrap. They are arrowheads. I already have a couple wrapped, but I do have these. You see there's some, no, you can't tell. They're somewhat see-through, like barely. They repel negative energy along with the other ones. You have ones like Rainbow Obsidian that pull the energy in and trap it. You kind of want to keep it away from you. You don't really want to just hold it with you. Like Hematite is another one that kind of pulls it in and kind of keeps it, and then once it has enough, it breaks. So usually the grounding stones that are really kind of like metallic, they hold the energy a lot. They're very absorbent, and they will break when they've had enough. In the past, I've had a ring break around a girl who's very negative that I just mentioned, that I said one word to, and I put my hand down gently and it broke. So Black Obsidian, Snowflake Obsidian is another good one that I don't have on hand. But now I don't have my bigger pieces of black tourmaline because they're in mojo bags around my house and in my car. So I don't know where my other one is. I have one loose around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure he's just doing his own thing. But I do have smaller pieces here. And black tourmaline is another empath stone along with selenite. Those two are a very good pair for empaths. Selenite and black tourmaline pair for empaths. Now, black tourmaline is extremely grounding. It is definitely with the root chakra. A majority of these are, except amethyst is the crown chakra. But the darker crystals are for the root chakra, and those keep you grounded and make you realize, like, I don't have to deal with you. You know, I don't have to deal with your energy. I don't have to deal with this, that I don't want to. So it keeps you grounded. It keeps you focused. It keeps you calm and does this to the negative energy. So black tourmaline is definitely one that I recommend. I keep it in my car for sure. Keeps you out of danger. Keeps you out of bad situations. Things like that. We have selenite. But I didn't know which one to pick. I have a lot of selenite in my house. I actually have a tower that's about this tall on my desk. But I have a lot of selenite. I actually have smaller pieces around my house, my car. This is an amazing crystal. This is one you do not have to cleanse. It is a master crystal to me. It cleanses other crystals and doesn't need to be cleansed. I wish we could be like that because we wouldn't have to worry about what I'm talking about today. But this is a really good crystal, and it's really pretty, as you can see in the lighting. It's so beautiful, but it's very high vibrational. Like I said, with empaths, it's good. It attracts positivity. The other ones repel negativity. These attract positivity, so you want to kind of have them both together. Yin and yang type thing. I'm so mad. I wasn't even recording. Tip number 4 is herbs. Herbs are very cleansing generally. They give off smoke, obviously, that has energy into them that go with our aura, our surroundings, objects, aura, energy. And the main ones are sage, palo santo, sweetgrass, cedar, and rosemary. You can use lavender, you can use basil, you can use juniper berries, you can use all types of things to smudge with. Now, generally, people use white sage and palo santo. Those are the very two common ones. White sage, I don't recommend using it very frequently. I recommend every season change. That's generally what I recommend. Now, if you have a really bad situation where you really just want to wipe out the energy, then yes, I definitely say use it. But make sure you follow it in with the positive energy. Now, white sage wipes all energy out, good and bad. You want to open those windows, let that bad energy out, and follow it up with palo santo, sweetgrass, or cedar. Palo santo is good for bringing in the positive energy and also blessing. So if you want to do like a light cleanse, you could definitely use palo santo a bit more frequently, and you can use cedar more frequently. Like if you just want an extra boost of blessings and attracting more abundance and prosperity, you can definitely use cedar more. Now, I'll show you a couple of them that I have. I only have the main 3 that people use because that's what I sell. Here I have white sage. I have a lot of these. These are very common. I have palo santo. These are also very common. I have a lot of these as well. Cedar. Cedar is another, it's not as common, but a lot of people do use it. It's basically just pine. That's better. Now with these, you want to make sure you do buy them from sustainable sources and make sure they are ethically harvested, because mainly the Palo Santo and the sage are over harvested at this time, and people are cutting the plants prematurely, and they are cutting the trees down prematurely. Palo Santo trees, the wood is supposed to fall off the tree naturally and sit for a very, very long time, so the oils can become medicinal, and then it can be harvested. But people are cutting those trees down and selling you wood, basically. So you want to make sure you get them from good places, good sources. If you need any, I have it. Number 5 is to flow away from situations that make you feel small. Situations, people, places, things, anything that makes you feel smaller and it no longer serves you and it's not helping you grow, flow away from it. Now, you can pull yourself away from the situation for a time being and see how you feel away from it. If you feel better, then you can make that decision to cut it off completely. Now, if you feel a job is no longer serving you, you don't have to stay there. If you're feeling a relationship is no longer serving you, it's up to you if you want to work on it or not, depending on how long you've been putting up with something. If you go into a situation, place or thing, area, whatever you'd like to call it, and you feel smaller than you did going in, you really have to reflect on that and reassess, like, do I need to even, is this where I'm supposed to be? Like, you have to really think about that, because you are in control of your life. You're in control of your energy, where it goes, you know, your attention, all of that. You're in charge of that. But you also want to do it with compassion. You want to make sure you are not doing it out of like, oh, I'm better than you. You're negative all the time. Now, if a person's like a chronic complainer, a narcissist, all of these things that are energy vampires, narcissists, egotistical people, victims in their own world, things like that, they always complain, gaslighters, all those types of people are energy vampires. Now, a lot of them do it unconsciously and they don't really know, but you have to really think about it. You have to protect yourself. If that's not working enough, then you really have to think about that situation or relationship or whatever you'd like to call it. But like I said, do it with compassion and just realize you're not better than them, but you're just trying to better yourself. You have to do it from a love stance. Number 6 is to create healthy boundaries and to stay true to yourself. Now, when you create healthy boundaries, you let yourself know what you would like to put up with, what you kind of want out of your life. I can't say expect because it's not good to live in expectation, but you know, all the things that you'd like to have in your life, the things how you would like people to treat you, all of those types of things, you really put the bar where you want it. You know, you're not having people put these boundaries on you. You're putting the boundaries around you so people can see, you know, like a movie to a movie to a trailer. A trailer to a movie, they look at it and they're just like, I want to see that movie. Now, if you have the boundaries like, I'm not putting up with anyone treating me lower than what I treat myself. I'm not dealing with abuse. I'm not dealing with negativity that's very excessive. I'm not dealing with anything. Anything you don't want to deal with or put up with, you don't have to. So they can determine if they want to bother you or not. Because if your frequency is up here and they're down here, they can't reach you. They're too small. But over time, when you don't have healthy boundaries, you end up coming down here with them, and you're kind of lost in the sauce, the pasta sauce, the hummus sauce, chili. You know, you're lost in it, and you don't want to get lost from yourself. You want to stay true to yourself and realize, like, you know what? I have these boundaries. I'm sticking my ground. This is what I want. This is how I treat myself, first of all. You're not going to treat me any lower than I treat myself. If you're at a job and you're busting ass and they're not seeing that and they're just kind of like giving, you know, promotions and things to other people who are not doing what they're supposed to do and you're doing all of the above, you got to think about that. The boundary's not being met. It's being overlooked, basically. So it's up to you to realize, do I want to stay there? If a relationship is abusive and you realize you know your worth, they're not seeing it, that is a boundary that is being overstepped. So you want to definitely create healthy boundaries. You can frequently change them. You can set them daily. You can do all types of things, but it's really up to you. Number 7 is to realize, recognize, and step in to your power, because you are a limitless being and you are insanely powerful. We all are. We are
spiritual beings in a meat suit.
And you want to realize that everything we want in this life, we can create it and we can get it. You know, you want to realize, like, I'm so powerful. If I think of something enough, it's going to end up showing up in my life. Now, am I going to take action on that? Because then it'll come into my life. So you want to realize, like, this power and this thing you have up in here, that big thing that's watching, that has eyes, that's watching me. Kidding. But that nice juicy brain you have, but the mind part of it, that thing creates a lot of power. So you have to act from your mind, then your emotions, then your actions, and then you get the results. So it's like when you really think of something and you bring it about emotionally and then you put in the action towards it, it's going to come into your life. That works negatively too. So if you're constantly complaining and nagging and seeing the negative things and stuff, it's just going to continue to be more and more in your life. So you have to step into your power and realize, like, I create my reality, and that's that. That's it. Now I have number 8. This is a bonus one because this is something I feel like I need to include all the time. Nature. Nature, nature, nature. Mama Nature. She is our ultimate healer, our biggest mother. She has that 432 hertz, that healing energy. She has those negative ions that we need. I'm telling you, an hour a day really does a lot for you when you are in nature. Not in the city, not out on the street, in the woods, in the backyard where there's grass, bare feet, hence my name. Or, you know, by the water, at the beach, the river, things like that. Anywhere where there's just natural nature. You're breathing in that good air. You're filling your body with the positive prana. You're absorbing the minerals, first of all, from the dirt. You're absorbing the negative ions from the trees, from the dirt, the grass, through your feet, which are very absorbent spiritually, insanely absorbent spiritually. You're just being present, unplugging, recharging. You're just being. Our biological clocks need constant calibration with Mama Earth, man. She's our mother, and we have to be in there with her. It saddens me insanely what we're doing to the planet. It really does, and it bothers me, but it's just like we all have to do our part, and it's getting there. You know, it makes me happy. People are living more sustainable. People are becoming more aware of the meat dairy industry. People are becoming more aware of cleaning products. They're becoming more aware of their mind, their consciousness. So we're getting there. It's just, it's painful sometimes to know, like, she's hurting and, you know, we're her children. And it's like, dang, we came from you and we're really destroying you. That's like the most toxic relationship if you really think about it. I can get very into that. So, but you want to get out there minimum 10-15 minutes. So best you get your vitamin D going with 15 minutes of exposed sun. But take a walk, take a stroll, sit at the beach and read a book, go into the woods, what I love. Sit in your backyard, you know, sit on the grass, barefoot, meditate. Do whatever you feel like you're doing to connect with her. Leave the phone behind unless you're going somewhere sketchy, which you shouldn't go anywhere sketchy anyways, but, you know, just have that time with yourself and with her. That way it really grounds you. It just really brings you into what you're supposed to really be, and it helps you attach to your higher self. That wraps up today's video. Definitely protect yourself energetically. It's not always gonna work, not all the time. Some situations are extremely strong. Me being an intuitive empath is like, I constantly have to do it. I'm constantly envisioning that white light around me, my car, my daughter, wherever, constantly. And, you know, it takes work. It really takes work, and it takes healing as well. You can't protect yourself when you have a lot of chaos within. Do you know what I mean? You can't envision that bubble around you and you're just chaotic inside trying to repel other things which could be coming from you. So you want to definitely reflect every day on this. You want to just cleanse your things, cleanse yourself, your space very often. Not always with sage, but, you know, you could use your breath. I mean, intention is everything. Just don't forget intention is everything. So as always, choose health, choose healing, choose you. Don't forget to give this don't forget to give this video a like. If you want to join the tribe, subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I post, because so far so good. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Always protect yourself. Little witch tip, wear black. That's very protecting too. I will see you guys next time.